friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. Year 2 of the Franchise Stars Football League is nearing completion, and the playoff fight is chaotic to say the least, with only one more week left after this in the regular season. The Jacksonville Jaguars come in 1-2 since their 4-game win streak, and minus Fred Taylor, who's a week away from returning from injury, hoping for a win here in Indianapolis to force a 5-team tie at 8-5 in the battle for the lone AFC wildcard spot, and with a final week matchup looming against the defending champion Oilers, who are also at 8-5. But here, Trevor Lawrence, Jalen Ramsey, and company face the Colts, who have clinched the division on the strength of 6 straight wins, and they haven't allowed more than 14 points since their Week 6 loss to the Browns. Robert Mathis and interceptions leader Vontae Davis lead the squad, hoping to at least secure a home playoff game in the divisional round. Week 13, high stakes coming at you. Greatly appreciate you tuning in here for a little late Saturday night football action. Week 13 of the 14-week Franchise Stars Football League. Kickoff there is down by Tom Maddie with the Colts offense. The Colts offense has by no means been a juggernaut this season, but it has been efficient, and their defense has been so good that they haven't had to be much more than that. As always, we'll run our first play here from this camera, which I have to call to get the custom playbooks set for both teams. Then we will move to our customary broadcast camera. 6-yard pickup there for Lydell Mitchell on first down. Doug Peterson is actually the coach of the Jaguars here. Don McCafferty is the coach for the Colts. High formation behind Jones, handoff. It's Mitchell again. Not much there, maybe scrapes out a yard. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3. Opening minute just underway here in Indy. Greg Gorecki, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you had a very nice Christmas. Hesitation, good job there by Mitchell to wait for the hole to open up. He gets the first down yardage out to the 38. Darren Smith brings him down, but not before the sticks move. What the Colts have been, the Colts are not a big play offense. They are methodical. They possess the ball. They win the time of possession battle virtually every week. Their defense has been very, very solid all season. The Jaguars' defense, though, has been solid as well. Stop there, Mike Peterson, terrific Jacksonville linebacker, comes up for the stop on Lydell Mitchell, who's getting a host of carries here on this opening drive. 2nd and 8 from the 39. High formation behind Jones, tight set. Cross back, blitz is on, picked up, out into the flat. It's Mitchell again. They've got it covered pretty well. He's driven out of bounds. That's a pickup of a yard, and that's it. Again, the Colts have clinched the division title, so they know that they're playoff bound. It's just a matter of seeding. Jaguars playing to try to get their way in. Both the AFC and the NFC are in similar boats as far as teams being tight for the wild card race. It's kind of a jumble in both conferences. Looks like it'll be that way heading into the final week. The difference is the AFC currently has 3 10-win teams. Teams with at least 10 wins. The NFC has none. The Eagles lead the way there with 9. Jaguars will force the punt. Ron Starr comes on to punt for the Colts. Bangs this one. Bounces inside the 10. Bounds through the end zone for the touchback. Jacksonville will get their first possession from the 20-yard line. Trevor Lawrence at the helm there, and he will have in the backfield James Robinson will be his feature back. Again, ignore those numbers. Those are from the main play setting. Again, because of the custom playbooks, I do every game play it out in the Franchise Stars Football League in exhibition mode. James Robinson will get the bulk of the carries, although that first carry goes to Mack, who gets nothing. Gobbled up by Hilton in the backfield. Loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. And if Jacksonville wins, there will be 5 teams at 8-5 entering the final week. Pass there, out of the backfield, the pickup of 8. Lawrence finds Robinson. Fred Taylor out with an ankle injury. He is expected to return next week. He is active for this game, although they do not expect him to get carries. Have to keep the Colts a little bit on guard. Lawrence gets to the outside and scrambles. He hits the deck and takes a shot. Lawrence, there are some people going to be contending on that Jacksonville sideline. Lawrence was trying to give himself up, but he takes a hit mid-slide, but gets the first down out to the 34. Sticks will move. It's 1st and 10, Jaguars. Lawrence in the gun. Throw play. Robinson's first carry of the game picks up 5 out to the 40. It'll be 2nd and 5. Robinson has done a nice job as the secondary back with Taylor as the main back. So far, he's filled in solidly, if not spectacularly, since Taylor's injury in Week 10. And in motion, they fake the jet sweep. Handoff up the middle. There is nothing there. Tracy Yeldon gets a carry and is stuck at the line. It'll be 3rd and 5. It figures to be a fairly low-scoring affair. Neither of these offenses are overly explosive. Pass there, left-hand side, complete. Out across midfield. Lawrence zips that one in. That's Justin Blackman. Picks up 12, first down. Into Colts territory to the 48. Lyles on the stop. Big hit there by Lyles. But Blackman able to hold on. Single back here. Play action. Lawrence looks near side, out of bounds. That's an errant throw from Trevor Lawrence. It has a little bit of jaw jacking at the end of that play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Set back again behind Lawrence. Handoff up the middle. There's Robinson. Down inside the 40, down inside the 35. Good carry for Robinson. Picks up 13 and a first down. Nice work there by James Robinson. The Jaguars putting together a decent little drive here. Quick wide receiver screen. Caught. Big hit. Pick up of 5. That's Blackman again. His second catch. There's Vontae Davis. Davis again leads the FSFL in interceptions with 6. Second and 5. Throw up the middle. It's Robinson. First down yardage, down inside the 25, and the Colts have given up that pole up the middle. Robinson is shooting through it. He's getting to the second level before anybody gets a hand on it. Not something that tends to happen with this Colts defense. 6 carries, 4 passes so far for the Jags. 1st and 10, just inside 6 minutes left in the opening quarter. There's a dump off out of the backfield. Pick up of 5. Tracy Yeldon with the catch. Down to the 18. Yes, Greg, it's just current stadiums, no classics like MLB The Show, which is a shame. Swung out wide, that's complete. Tight end in the flat. I believe that was Brady. makes the grab. Pickup of 6 down to the 12. Very nice drive here by the Jaguars. Lawrence has gotten better as the year has gone on. Stands in the pocket here. Flushed out right. Lawrence looks like he's going to keep it. Instead, he throws it away. Sends the pressure from behind. Lawrence not taking any chances. Didn't want to take the sack. Smart play there. 2nd and 10. Now remember, this is Madden 24, but I don't believe that changed for 26. I know it didn't for 25. Lawrence stands in, slant over the middle, incomplete. And suddenly it's 3rd and 10. So a good drive here. Now in danger of stalling out for Jacksonville. Lawrence stands in. Looks, steps up. He's going to keep it. Lawrence up the middle, close to the marker. He fights for it, and he gets it. Oh, great second effort there by Trevor Lawrence. 1st and goal from the 2. Lawrence took a hit, tried to spin out of it, and got it far enough to get the 1st down. 1st and goal from the 2. Movement there. Colts are pointing at the Jags, saying they went early, and they did. That's a rough penalty to take there. 1st and goal from the 2, and you give 5 yards back. It'll now be 1st and goal from the 7. Lawrence stands in. Pass complete down inside the 5. It's Blackman again. Short pickup of 3. 2nd and goal from the 4. Robinson the lone setback. And off Robinson, he's got to go in untouched. Touchdown, James Robinson, and the Jaguars with a very impressive drive here in the 1st quarter. Take it to the house. It's 6-0 Jacksonville. Extra point is up and good. A terrific drive there. I don't know. It's not giving me the drive totals there, which is kind of annoying. But that was like a 12-play drive. That's an excellent drive from the Jaguars. 7-0, 3:13 left in the 1st. Greg Recchi, good old Mike Curtis. Yeah, he was a terrific linebacker, and he's another one of those guys. It's one of the reasons why I love the project. Like, I know players. I'm a big fan of sports history and all that kind of stuff. But a guy like Curtis is a guy I knew of, and I knew he was good. But until I did this project and had to create ratings for him and look at his history and stuff like that, I didn't realize how good a player Mike Curtis was. He was really, really solid. So the Colts will get their 2nd possession after punting on their 1st. Handoff, Mitchell hesitates, spins through, gets out over the 30. Nice 7-yard run there for Lydell Mitchell. Robert Mathis. No, I'm sorry, that's Sean Mathis. It stops him, pickup of 7, 2nd and 3. 2 tight end set here for the Colts. Handoff, Tom Maddie gets the carry, and he gets hot. Tom Maddie gets hammered by Mike Peterson, loss of a yard. 3rd and 3, and that was a shot. Peterson, a very good linebacker for Jacksonville, and he introduced himself brutally there to Maddie. 3rd and 3. Drop back. Jones swings it out into the flat, complete. Open field tackle, nicely done. And the Colts are going to go 3 and out. They tried that before with Mitchell and got pretty much the same result. Cyprian comes up for the stop. One-on-one open field tackle prevents the first down. And Ron Stark will come on for his second punt of the game. This is pretty much a must-win for the Jaguars. Again, the Colts have assured themselves a playoff spot. They've won the division. They're playing for seeding at this point. Bills are 12-1. They're veritably locked into the top seed. Well, I shouldn't say that because the Chiefs are only a game behind them. Chiefs are 11-2. Colts currently sit at 10-2. Pending this result, but the Chiefs handed the Bills their only loss of the season. So the Chiefs would win that tiebreaker if they can track the Bills down. In the final week. Wide receiver screen there, 2nd and 6 from the 22. Final 30 seconds of the opening quarter. Trips to the high side. Lawrence stands in, comes to the near side instead. That's Robinson out of the backfield. He gets popped. Nicely done there by Shaquille Leonard. Brings him down. That'll bring up a 3rd and 9. That should bring us to the end of the quarter. And it will. So we're through one here in Indy. 7-0 Jaguars, who have come to play here in this one. They look very, very good through the first 15 minutes. A terrific scoring drive. The defense has allowed nothing as of yet. 3rd and 9, Lawrence in the gun. Stands in, looks, floater down the left-hand sideline. Deep ball, got him. Blackman reels it in, deep into Colts territory down to the 35. Justin Blackman off to a great start in this one. Lawrence just put air under this and said, go get it. And he did. Wiles gets beat down the left-hand side. 1st and 10 for the Jags from the Colts 35. Handoff. Robinson picks up 4. 5 carries for 33 yards and a score so far for James Robinson. Lyle Blackwood comes up for the stop for the Colts there. It'll be 2nd and 6. French changes things up here. Strips down in the near side. Brady, the tight end, a bit sent off from the line. Pass near side, complete. Little wide receiver screen. Allen Robinson, the second, with the catch for 4. 3rd and 2 from the 27. Lawrence in the gun. Handoff. 1st down. Robinson gets it. Needed 2, got 3. 1st and 10. Sticks move again. Right now, the Jaguars are kind of pulsing the Colts as far as the methodical offensive approach, although they did have the big hitter on this drive. Lawrence in the gun. Hand off Robinson again. He gets hit. Ball's loose. Ball's on the ground. Looks like the Jaguars recovered. Curtis forces the fumble. But the Jaguars recover and maintain possession. Looked like possibly a big turnover getting forced there by the Colts. But no such luck. 2nd and 11 from the 25. Pass there, incomplete. Lawrence takes a shot. Here's Shaquille Leonard on the blitz. Hammer. 3rd and 11. Yeah, rough one for the Chargers. I like the Chargers too. Chargers always the one to play. I love the old blue, the dark blue Chargers uniforms. the lightning bolts. I love those old. Pressure on the middle. Lawrence, and down he goes. Big stack, Fred Miller. First sack of the game for either side. Lawrence brought down at the 36. And now the Jaguars will have to decide if they're going to let Mike Hollis take a shot at this. He's got the leg from 53, but Hollis has not had a great season for the Jaguars after a very solid year in year one. And they're going to elect to punt it instead and try to pin the Colts deep. So Doug Peterson plays the field position game here. This one is angled. It's out of bounds at the 11. This Colts offense, which has not done anything on his first couple of drives. A whole lot of green ahead of it. Pressure. Jones is brought down. Miles Jack gets him. So the Colts picked up their first sack, and now the Jaguars pick up theirs. Forward progress says that Jones was first hit in front of the goal line, so there's no safety there. But he's brought down, marked at the 2, 2nd and 19. Jones drops back to pass. Looks out route on the high side. I believe that was Roger Carr. And it is. It's just a pickup of 3. 3rd and 16 from the 5 so far. Peterson's decision to punt it seems like an intelligent one. The Colts have been trapped deep here. Dropping back. Jones, pressure, and that one is going to be a safety. They collapse the pocket on him. The Jaguars not among the bottom 3rd, and that is only the 2nd for Malik Jackson. But he gets Jones, who's right at the goal line there, but that is going to be a safety. That will stand. And the Jaguars have a 9-0 lead, and they will get the ball with 10:08 left in the first half. Everything coming up Jacksonville in the early going here. And again, though the Colts have their playoff spot secured, they are playing for seed. They are playing for a home field advantage. At least through hopefully, they're hoping through the second round of the playoffs. They fall to the 4th division winner. They'll actually have to play the wild card game. Top 3 division winners get a bye. 4th best record among the division winners will play the wild card team. And only one wild card team in each conference. Lawrence under pressure, tries to get outside. He's going to throw this one away. Second and 10 coming up. Lawrence trying very hard right now for the Jaguars to not hurt themselves. Playing a very solid game here in a must-win situation. That pass dumped out, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10. We will have, I know we've been doing only one game of the week for the last few weeks, but we're going to have a second game of the week here in this next to last week of the season. As the Los Angeles Rams visit the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals have been a huge surprise, but they have started to falter. The Rams have been surging. The best pass offense in the league. They've got the greatest show on turf thing going down there. Harold Jackson and Torrey Holt and Kurt Warner leading the league in passing yardage. Rams are a team. If the Rams get into the playoffs on the NFC side, nobody in the NFC is going to want to see the Rams come playoff time. They beat the Cardinals. They'll have a share of the division lead in the NFC West. Handoff there across midfield. Robinson down to the Colts 49. It'll be 2nd and 4. Shaquille Leonard on the stop. Handoff. Looking for space, not much there. Robinson is brought down. It'll be 3rd and 3. Stan White on the tackle for the Colts. An old school flavor to this Colts defense. 3rd and 3 from the Colts 48. Handoff on the draw, 1st down. Robinson, that's Yeldon, down inside 45, down to the 40, and a 1st down. 2nd carry of the game for Yeldon. Good hard running there. Bounces off a tackler, fights for extra yardage. Chains move. 1st and 10, Jacksonville from the Indianapolis 40. Pump fake. Lawrence looks over the middle. Complete. Drag route underneath. 1st down, down inside the 30. Lawrence, 12 of 18 here in the 1st half. Now Robinson, his 2nd catch of the game. Curtis on the stop for Indy. Lawrence in the gun. They fake the draw, and this time nobody falls for it. Shaquille Leonard brings Trevor Lawrence down. 2nd sack for the Colts. Lawrence brought down for a loss of 4. Leonard blitzing from the outside. Gets to Lawrence back at the 32. And off Robinson up the middle, and nobody touches him, down to the 20. 3rd and 1. He gets down to the 19. Lyle Blackwood stops him before the 1st down mark. Jaguars opening up some nice holes for James Robinson in this 1st half. 3rd and 1. Colts looking for a stand to hold him to a field goal. Give it to Robinson again, and he's got the 1st down inside the 15. Chains will move. 62 yards rushing here in the 1st half for Robinson. Jaguars have played a virtually flawless 1st half here. Offense has been efficient. Defense has been strong. Lawrence rolls out. Lawrence escapes. He's going to keep it himself. Hits the deck just shy of the marker. Slides to safety down at the 4. Pickup of 9. It's 2nd and 1. Lawrence's decision-making has been very good so far in this one. He's run into problems this season. That's what has doomed him. I formation here. Handoff, nothing doing. Stacey Mack, his 2nd carry of the game. They go to the big fullback there. Mike Curtis greets him. Soundly. 3rd and 2 from the 5. Lawrence in the gun. Stands in. Pass. End zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. Justin Blackmon. 5th catch of the 1st half for the score. And the Jaguars have taken complete control here in Indy. 15-0 with the extra point pending. Hollis comes on for the kick. It is up, and it is, oh my God, so they haven't missed the extra point. 13 plays, 69 yards on the drive for the Jaguars. And again, I always have to say it when that animation looks like that, because it frankly looks horrible, and I'm aware of that. But to get field goal percentages and modern extra point percentages correctly and having to play with the sliders, the problem is that in Madden with CPU kicking, when it adjusts, if you adjust an accuracy slider, it affects distance. So it has guys miss short more than missing wide, which is a stupid EA type of mistake that there's no real good reason for. But it gets me the proper stats. But that animation, admittedly, looks absolutely terrible with an extra point hitting off the crossbar. That is, believe me, that is not lost on me. 15-0 Jags, 1st and 10 Colts. They have 3:15 and all their timeouts to get down the field. Mitchell up the middle, picks up 3 out to the 24. It's 2nd and 7. I have no idea if that field goal animation problem has happened, still happens in Madden 26. EA, unfortunately, they tend to improve on things they're already doing well and not fix things that are busted. It's kind of an Electronic Arts MO. 3rd and 6 here for the Colts from their 26, coming up on 2 minutes remaining. We'll see if Jones gets a snap off before the 2-minute warning, and he does not. So at this point, it kind of seems like the Colts are just looking to get into the tunnel and regroup. 15 points, certainly not insurmountable. Well, if they get stopped here, the Jags may end up with decent field position if they force the Colts to punt. Jones drops back, stands in, pressure comes, ball is loose. I think that probably would have been ruled as the ground forcing a fumble anyway. But the Colts recover. Pratt falls on it. Well, that was actually close, but again, it's a moot point. Oh, he may have stripped him before he hit the ground. But regardless, the Colts recovered anyway. Jacksonville uses a timeout. Ron Stark will come on to punt again. The Jaguars will have decent field position here. Although not great field position, because Stark hammered that punt. James Robinson, 11 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown so far. Jags will start out from their 29. A minute 50 left with 2 timeouts. 4 wide. Lawrence drops back. Pass near side, complete. To the 35, pickup of 6. Brought down to 2nd and 4. Lawrence in the gun. Draw play up the middle. Robinson, first down, out past the 40 to the 43. Robinson getting about 5 yards a carry, 5.5 yards a carry, seemingly every time he's touching the ball so far. Performing very well in the absence of the injured Fred Taylor. Hurry up offense. Lawrence stands in, looks, swings it out into the flat, tight end. Kyle Brady across midfield into Indianapolis territory. He does not get out of bounds, though. 3rd catch of the game for Brady. Down to the 48. A little slow getting up. Colts coming up to the line here. Empty backfield. Pass slant, complete. Blackman down to the 40, 1st and 10. Chains move. Jags use their 2nd timeout. 6 catches, 79 yards so far for Blackman, including the touchdown. Nothing has worked so far for Don McCafferty's Colts. Lawrence stands in, swings out into the flat. Nothing doing. Good open field tackle by Shaquille Leonard. So now the Jaguars use their last timeout. Means that if they're going to get into field goal range, they're going to have to try to get a play that gets them to the sideline and stops the clock, or hurry it up. Another Madden glitch is that the computer will not spike the ball, which is one of those things I don't understand how nobody sees that during testing. Like, it's minor except when it's not. Lawrence drops back. Lawrence steps up. Doesn't want to run with it. Throws to the sideline. He's just going to throw that one away. Lawrence didn't want to run with it and get brought down in the middle of the field. Hoped something would open up. Nothing did. He throws it away outside the hash marks to avoid the grounding. That'll bring up 3rd and 12. 15 seconds left in the first half. Lawrence in the gun. Stands in, floats one, nobody there along the right sideline, and that'll bring up 4th and 12. Got to think the Jaguars will punt here. Be happy to take their 15-0 lead into the tunnel. Ryan Anger will come to try to pin the Colts deep. Angle towards the sideline, out of bounds at the 8 with 6 ticks left on the clock. Nice job there by Anger. Angle, that one toward the sideline. Again, nothing has gone right here for the Colts in this first half. The offense has managed nothing, and the defense has been chewed apart, particularly on the ground, by the Jaguars. Just a methodical offense. Jaguars have played a virtually perfect first 30 minutes. We head into the half, 15-0 Jacksonville, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive in a essentially must-win game here. And they are playing like a team with its back against the wall. There was the one big play in a half that featured a ton of short plays for Jackson. Ready to start the second half. Colts trying to amp themselves up on the sideline and fix everything that was broken in those first 30 minutes. Defense will get the first crack at it as they will kick off. Jaguars will start the second half with the ball. Still a two-score game, so certainly, again, nothing insurmountable by any stretch for the Colts. Kickoff taken at the 4. Close to 20. Back to the 23, and that's where Jacksonville will start out. Jaguars felt like had the ball for virtually that entire first half. Lawrence starts out on first down with an empty backfield in the gun. Pass there, complete. That's Kyle Brady out across the 35 to the 38. 4th catch of the game for Brady, who's getting all the work here because Mercedes Lewis is injured. Lewis will return if the Jaguars do make the playoffs. At least that is the hope. 1st and 10 from the 38. Movement there. That's going to be a false start on the Jaguars. That'll push them back to the 33, 1st and 15. Jacksonville playing without the injured Fred Taylor, but James Robinson has done a fine job in his stead in this one. Lawrence drops back, drag route underneath, complete, out across the 40, out to the 43. Lawrence now 19 of 27. Doug Peterson has him throwing the ball frequently. Although, again, they've run the ball frequently, too. They've of the game to this point. 2nd and 5 from the 43. Pass left. Oh, almost picked off. That hit off the hands of Lyles, who almost reeled it in for the interception. That could have been a complexion change. But the Jaguars catch a break. Can't hold on. 3rd and 5. Lawrence stands in, looks near side, caught at the marker, takes a shot but holds on. Allen Robinson, his 5th catch of the game, 1st and 10. Vontae Davis unloads on him, but Robinson keeps control. 1st and 10, chains move to midfield. Handoff, Robinson. Down close to the 40, stopped just shy of the marker. 9-yard pickup there. Curtis on the stop. But again, the Jaguars' offensive line, they are winning the line battle to this point. Robinson has had too many carries where he has gotten to the second level before he's ever touched. They draw there in that time. That's not one of those plays. He gets gobbled up on that one. Loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and 4. Shotgun. Lawrence stands over the middle. That's complete. There's Blackman down inside the 30, down to the 27. So the Jaguars just continue to run a very efficient offense here, and the Colts can't stop them. Again, this Colts defense has been very, very strong this season. The Jaguars are kind of having their way with them to this point. Handoff, Robinson. Picks up 7 down to the 21. Hogan on the stop. 2nd and 3. Tight end set, loaded to the high side, man in motion. And I don't think they got the playoff, and they didn't. The lay of game on the Jaguars. That'll push them back. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 26. Motion seemed like it got moving late. There at the line, and Lawrence wasn't able to get it snapped in time. And off Robinson. Colts swarm, bring him down. Lyle's the first man to him. It'll be 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down here for this Colts defense. Lawrence senses pressure, rolls right. He's just going to throw it away, and there's a flag on the play. And it's a roughing the passer call. Robert Mathis hits Lawrence late, and what would have held them to a field goal instead gives them a 1st down at the 12. No, broken up. Big hit inside the 10. He can't hold on. But that is a huge penalty on Robert Mathis, a leader of this Colts defense. Kind of mistake you just can't make there. 2nd and 10 from the 12. Lawrence drops. Pressure coming. Lawrence rolls left, and he's not going to be able to get rid of that one. Brought down by Shinnick for the sack back at the 25. Don Shinnick gets to Lawrence. 3rd sack for the Colts. Lawrence has been forced to scramble out of the pocket a lot in this one. Thrown several balls away. 3rd and 22. Lawrence stands, looks near side, caught, spins out of the tackle. Blackman gets down near the marker, but just short. It'll be a 4th and 1. If you're the Jaguars here, Blackman goes over the 100-yard receiving mark. Do you go for it here and try to really take the clamps on this game? And they're going to. 4th and 1 from the Colts 3. Jaguars are looking to, at least in their mind, put this one away. Handoff, Robinson up the middle, the Colts stop him. Huge goal line stand there by the Colts. Mike Curtis, the first man to hit him. Robinson doesn't get it, stops him on 4th and 1, and the Colts with an opportunity to take back momentum. So, Colts take over from their 4. Jones, again, has already been brought down for 1 safety. Drops back pass here, incomplete. Jones has only thrown 5 passes. I mean, they just haven't had the ball. the Jaguars have completely just dominated time of possession to this point. As Greg notes, you have to be more disciplined. That I assume talking about the Mathis roughing the passer call. Yeah, that was terrible. Ended up not hurting them except for time. But Lydell Mitchell with the carry. Mitchell breaks it out across the 20, out to the 24. Lydell Mitchell gets the Colts out of the shadow of their own end zone. Gibson brings them down, but not until he gets out to the 24. Now we'll see, can that stand near the goal line? Get the Colts back into this game. Still an awful lot of green ahead of them. And off Mitchell. Cuts back, looks for a little hole. Fights his way, grabs, picks up 3. To the 27. It'll be 2nd and 7. Formation behind Jones. Handoff. Mitchell out across the 30. 3rd and 3 coming up from the 31. Darryl Smith on the stop for the Jags. Jones, short drop. Looks, steps up, throws near the marker, complete. That's his tight end, Ken Dilger. And it's a first down, just 4 yards, but they only needed 3. And the chains will move, 1st and 10 from the 35. Handoff, that's Tom Maddie who gets hammered by Peterson. Pick up of 2 to the 37. It'll be 2nd and 8. Inside 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Jones drops back. Over the middle, complete. Another short gain. 3rd and 3 from the 42. That's Roger Carr, his 2nd catch of the game. Third and 3. Drops back. Looks, pass, right side, complete. That's Dilger. Into Jacksonville territory, down to the 46. 2nd catch of the game and the drive for Ken Dilger, and it's a first down for the Colts. Colts starting to find a little rhythm here. I don't have a problem with the Jaguars having gone for that 4th and 1 there. Although, I mean, the field goal would have made it a 3-score game. But if you can put that ball in the end zone there, you really put the Colts behind the 8 ball. And again, the Colts offense hadn't moved the ball at all until that point. So I don't really have a problem with the call. I probably would have kicked the field goal. But I don't have a problem with that call in that spot, given the fact, again, that the Colts hadn't moved the ball at all to that point. 2nd and 9 from the Jaguars' 46. And off Mitchell up the middle. Bounces off one tackler, worms his way down to the 43. 11 carries, 56 yards so far for Lydell Mitchell. Hayes on the stop, a big 3rd and 6 coming up. Jones drops back. Rolls right. Fires back across his body, complete. Oh, what a throw from Jones. He hits Dilger. Down inside the 15 to the 13. Jones gets flushed out of the pocket, rolls right, throws left across his body. Dilger gets open. And a big play there for the Colts, first down. Terrific throw from Bert Jones. As Greg Recky knows in the chat, Jones can't get anything going if they don't have the ball. Absolutely true. This is really the first sustained drive the Colts have had all game. Near the sideline, complete. That's Roger Carr doing some toe tapping near the sideline. Believe that's a good catch. It's a pickup of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 3. High formation. New tight end set for the Colts. Handoff, it's Tom Maddie. Maddie looks for a gap, doesn't find one. 3rd and 1. Now we'll see what Don McCaffrey's offense cooks up here. Field goal does not do a heck of a lot for the Colts in this spot. Gotta think this is 4-down territory. Jones changing things up at the line. He's going to drop. Pass being flushed out. Jones rolls right. Looking for something. Jones is going to keep it. He's got the first down. He's brought down. Can't get to the end zone. But Bert Jones scrambles to bring up 1st and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. Jones finds the marker. Well done by Bert Jones. We'll see if he gets another play off before the 3rd quarter comes to a close. And he will not. So we head to the 4th. Jaguars 15, Colts nothing, but Indy banging on the door for the first time in this game. This has been an impressive drive from the Colts. They got 4 shots to get in from a yard out. Maddie will take the first crack, and that's all he'll need. Touchdown, Tom Maddie. A 1-yard touchdown run, and the Colts are on the board. So the stop on the goal line by the Colts defense spurs this drive, 96 yards for the Colts. Mike Vanderjagt comes on for the extra point. It is up and it is good. 15-7 now. Jaguars still lead. Colts would still need a 2-point conversion, but it is a 1-score game. Have the Colts completely taken momentum back? This next drive will probably give us a bit of insight as to that. Here's the kickoff taken at the goal line. Out across the 20, out across the 25 to the 28. Lawrence and the Jaguars take things over from there. Lawrence barking things out at the line. 2 tight ends in. Quick wide receiver screen to the high side. Oh, jukes one defender. Gets out across the 35. That's a 7-yard pickup by Allen Robinson. It'll be 2nd and 3. Shotgun formation. Lawrence. Look, right hand side. Complete. Out across the 40 and a first down. Out to the 41. Robinson again. Robinson and Blackman both having very nice days for the Jaguars. Play action. Lawrence looks deep down the field. Complete. Into Colts territory inside the 40. It's Blackman again. Lawrence 25 of 36 for 247. 9 catches for 140 for Justin Blackman. High throw there. Blackman goes up and gets it. Brings it down. 1st and 10, Jacksonville. So the Jaguars answering the Colts' terrific drive with a drive of their own. Robinson up the middle. Down to the 30, pickup of 7. 90 yards on the ground so far for James Robinson. 2nd and 3 for Jacksonville. Late handoff there. That'll be a first down. Down to the 26. First and 10, chains move. Lawrence in the shotgun. Back, stands in. Swings it out in the flat, complete. That's Robinson down to the 20, 2nd and 4 coming up. $7:28 remaining in the game. This would be a big drive for the Jaguars if they can get points here. Handoff down inside the 20 to the 19. Third and 3. Lawrence rolls left, throws complete. First down, it's Blackman again, down inside the 10 to the 9. Clock down inside 10 minutes here. Lawrence looks, swings out into the flat, complete. Robinson down inside the 5 to the 3. And then goal from the 3. Clock continues to tick. Flag down. That's going to be a false start on Jacksonville.
False start.
Potentially big. Second and goal. Greg, I have no idea who you're referring to there, honestly. Handoff Robinson down inside the 10. Gobbled up at the 7. It'll be third and goal. Lawrence in the gun here. And there's movement again. And it seems like it's again on the Jaguars. And it is. False start pushes them back to the 12. Lawrence takes the snap. Flushes. Right side. Lawrence rolling right. He's going to throw it away. That's one where Lawrence might have tried to slip up the sideline and see how much he could get. But he is not taking any chances here. So that'll bring up a 4th and goal. Hollis will come on for a 29-yard field goal that should be a chip shot, although Hollis did miss an extra point earlier in this game. He gets this kick up, and there is a no doubt about that one. So the Jaguars answer the Colts touchdown drive with a field goal immediately after. We're back to a 2-score game. It's 18-7 Jaguars as they try to keep their postseason hopes alive. Win here would make a 5-way tie at 8-5 in the AFC. One wild card spot is it. Now, 3 of those 8-5 teams are in the AFC North. The Bengals, the Browns, and the Steelers. So one of those teams will win that division. Still have 4 teams with the same record fighting for the one wild card position regardless. 8:24 left. 18-7 Jacksonville. Colts a long, methodical drive their last time to get their first points of the game. They're going to need to pick up the pace a little bit here. Jones flushed out, throws that one away. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Let's go get it now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's play this ball.
Back. Fires complete. Out across the 30 to the 32. That's Tom Mitchell. His first catch of the game. He picks up 7. 3rd and 3 coming up.
Let's go do this thing.
Drop back. Blitz is picked up. Jones swings it near side. Complete, first down. That's a short pickup, though. Willie Richardson makes the catch. I believe that's his first of the game, and it is. It's only a pickup of 4. Again, that field goal from Jacksonville really hurts because now the Colts really can't continue to take these little pieces of yardage. Take forever to get down the field. Pass there, complete out of the backfield. There's Lydell Mitchell. Well, that'll help. Down into Jacksonville territory, down inside the 45 to the 44. 3rd catch of the game from Mitchell out of the backfield. Jones hits him perfectly in stride, and Mitchell takes off. First and 10 down to the 44. Drop back. Stands in. Looks. Jones gets to the outside. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Jones didn't want to force it. Thought he was going to have some room there. No such luck. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off up the middle. Maddie, good run, Tom Maddie. First down inside the 35 to the 32. 6 carries, 16 yards, and a score from Maddie. That's his best carry of the day. Touchdown notwithstanding. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the game. Jones drops. Looks complete. Near the sideline. Pickup of 5. Say he did not get out of bounds. He hit inbound. 2nd catch from Mitchell. Handoff. Maddie. Brought down by Peterson, who knifes his way through the blocking. Brings him down. It'll be 3rd and 6. Drops back. Oh, conservative call there. They give it to Mitchell. Trying to catch the Jaguars defense napping. I don't love that play call. You know, you're at 5 yards or less, you can at least consider that. Especially now if you're going to go for it here. I mean, I guess if you're playing 4 down territory there, you're taking 2 shots at getting 7 yards. But I think you got to throw the ball in that last play. Pass here, and Jones is picked off. Looking for Richardson inside the 10, intercepted by Rashawn Mathis. And that should pretty much wrap this one up for Jacksonville, one would think. And that pass is forced by the bad play call on 3rd down, in my opinion. So now that's the first turnover of the game. 3:10 remaining, 18-7 Jacksonville. Handoff, Robinson, first down out across the 20. Ball is loose, ball is loose. Colts have it. We'll see if the ground forced that fumble. But if not, the Colts have just gotten a huge, huge break. They're going to say the ground forced that fumble, I think. Jaguars may have gotten lucky there. They may say that ball was starting to come out on his way down, but I think they're going to call this one back. And they are going to review it in the booth.
The previous play is under review.
Still think he had control when that knee hit the ground. Yep, that's going to come back to the Jaguars. First down, Jacksonville. They catch a break there. Handoff, Robinson brought down. I believe that was Curtis knifing his way through again. Robinson over the 100-yard mark. He's done a terrific job filling in for the injured Fred Taylor. Lawrence keeps it out across the 30. First down, Trevor Lawrence. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning, and that is pretty much going to seal this. I know the Colts have the 3 timeouts left, but that first down from Lawrence resets things here a bit for the Jags. First and 10, handoff, Robinson. And another first down out across midfield. This Colts defense has been on the field a lot in this game, more so in the first half. They have been on the field a lot, and you kind of get the feeling they're starting to wear down a little bit. Take their first timeout. Even if they get the ball back, it's a 2-score game, and they won't get it back until there's less than 30 seconds left, if at all. Robinson tries to get to the outside. He's brought down. The Colts will burn their second timeout. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Appreciate you tuning in here for some late Saturday night, now early Sunday morning here on the East Coast football action. Next to last week, the penultimate week, if you will, of year 2 of the Franchise Stars Football League as the Colts used their last timeout. Reminder, coming up January 9th, the debut of the Stuff of Legends podcast, which will be a half-hour podcast that will go over things in the LSU, but also tie in real sports and history and kind of historic events that can tie into the Legends sports universe. So it's kind of be where simulation meets history in the context of the Legends sports universe. Looking forward to going through some stories, some history, and I think we got some fun things planned on that podcast. There will be 3 shows the opening weekend, the 9th, 10th, and 11th of January, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then after that, it will be probably a late Friday night release on the podcast episodes going forward. Again, they're designed to basically be quick hitters, roughly a half hour. It's kind of somewhere between 25 and 35 minutes. I'm not going to be overly strict about that, but about hitting the 30 mark. But between 25 and 35, keep it kind of short and sweet, something people can enjoy if you're not listening to it live, listening lunch break or lunch hour or in the car or however you choose to listen. But I think I'm going to do some fun stuff on that. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you will tune in and listen. So the Colts now find themselves in a position where they're going to have to try to hold on to the 3rd wild card, the 3rd division leader spot, and not fall to the 4 seed and risk having to play a game in the opening. Actually, no, I apologize. that's actually not the case. The Colts can't do worse than the 3rd seed. So this game really doesn't hurt the Colts at all. But for the Jaguars, it keeps their playoff hopes alive entering Week 14, an 18-7 win on the road against Indy. Trevor Lawrence was terrific in this one, as was James Robinson. The Jaguars' defense did a great job, and the Jaguars played with their backs against the wall to come up with a huge, huge victory here in Indy. 5 teams at 8-5 entering the final week. One of those teams will be the AFC North champion among the Bengals, Browns, and Steelers. The other 2 teams, the Jaguars and the Oilers, enter the last week tied for the last wild card, the only wild card spot. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to come down to tiebreakers of some sort. That's pretty much guaranteed at this point. Going to have some fun games in Week 14. But we do have one more Week 13 game we're going to broadcast. I'm hoping that I will get to do that game late tomorrow night, late Sunday night. The Rams and the Cardinals, as the Rams try to get a share of the NFC West lead. Greg Ricky, appreciate you tuning in the chat. Appreciate all of you who tuned in to listen during the course of the stream or after the fact if you were listening on tape delay at your leisure. Be sure to bang that like button if you haven't as of yet. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Jags stay alive with a win over the Colts.